Do you know who not to be kind to? Even if you were raised to be kind to everyone, at a certain age, your time, energy, and peace are no longer things to be handed out freely to anyone who wants a piece of them. The older you get, the more you realize. Kindness isn't always a gift. Sometimes it's a trap. There are people who thrive on your generosity, your patience, your silence. And the longer you let them in, the more they take. In this video, we're talking about 5 types of people you should stop being kind to in older age. These aren't strangers. They're often family, neighbors, or friends who've grown comfortable draining you in ways you don't even see coming. By the end, you'll know exactly who to watch out for, why their presence wears you down, and, most importantly, how to protect your emotional health without guilt or apology. Because your later years aren't for fixing people. They're for protecting what's left of your peace. Let's begin. 1. The constant taker. One of the clearest signs someone doesn't deserve your kindness? They only show up with their hand out. You know the type. Their calls are never to check in. They need a favor, a ride, your time. Always urgently. Take Gloria, 71, the go-to for her entire family. Need a babysitter? Call Gloria. Need someone to watch the dog? Gloria won't say no. But when her birthday came around, silence. When she was sick, not even a text. That's when she realized she wasn't loved. She was used. Here's the hard truth. If someone only values you when you're useful, they don't value you. You're not a person to them. You're a service. And as you age, your time and energy become precious, finite resources. Pouring them into someone who only takes is like filling a cup with a hole in the bottom. You're right now. Say no without explanation. Set boundaries before resentment sets in. Remember, if someone walks away because you stop saying yes, they were never there for you. Kindness shouldn't leave you empty. In this season of life, every moment you give should be one that feeds you back. 2. The chronic critic. There's a special exhaustion that comes from someone who always finds fault with your clothes, your choices, even your past. They don't yell, but their polite critiques sting just the same. Over time, they erode your confidence like water on stone. Meet Raymond, 82, who visited his cousin every Sunday for years. He brought bread, checked in, and every time, his cousin had a jab. "Why'd you sell that chair?" "You're too sensitive." Raymond laughed it off, until he noticed he'd started second-guessing everything. The danger? These critics mask cruelty as concern. They claim they're just being honest, but their real goal? To keep you small. At this age, you've earned the right to wear what you love. Make choices without their commentary. Say, "I'm done letting you rewrite my story." Kindness doesn't mean tolerating disrespect, no matter how polite the delivery. Sometimes, the most loving act is walking away. If this resonates, comment number 2 below. And if you're new here, subscribe to Elder Health Essentials. Your support helps us create more truth-telling content like this. 3. The guilt tripper. There's a special kind of exhaustion that comes from someone who never lets you say no without making you feel like the villain. They don't yell. They don't argue. They just look at you a certain way. Drop a carefully chosen phrase. "I guess family doesn't matter anymore." And suddenly, you're drowning in doubt. Am I selfish? Have I failed them? Meet Margaret, 79. She loves her family, but started saying no to last-minute favors to protect her energy. The response? Silence. Or worse. "I just thought you'd want to help." Guilt slithered in, whispering, "Maybe you are letting them down." Here's the hard truth. Guilt trippers weaponize your best traits, your loyalty, your empathy, to keep you compliant. They twist no into cruelty, so you over-explain, overgive, and overwhelm yourself just to avoid their disapproval. Your wake-up call, no, is a complete sentence. You don't owe justifications for protecting your peace. If someone only loves you when you're useful, that's not love. It's leverage. Your heart isn't a doormat. Guilt is the price they charge for your boundaries. Stop paying it. Next time they try to guilt you, let that be your signal to step further back. Because in this season of life, peace isn't something you ask for. It's something you guard. War 4. The secret competitor. Sharper tone with irony. Not all rivals wear their jealousy openly. Some hide it behind smiles, compliments, and "I'm so happy for you," with a silent "but" at the end. These are the secret competitors, people who can't stand to see you shine too brightly beside them. Take Helen, 76, who finally joined an art class after decades of putting herself last. Her friend Judy tagged along, claiming support, then subtly undercut her for weeks. Your peace is so bold for your age. I love how carefree you are. Technique isn't everything. The damage. Helen started doubting whether she belonged at all. Spot the signs. They always have a better story. Their grandkids are more accomplished. Their vacation was more exotic. Their praise feels backhanded. You look great for 70. You leave interactions feeling smaller, never celebrated. The antidote? At this age, you've earned the right to take up space. Stop dimming your light so theirs looks brighter. Real friends don't compete, they cheer. And if someone can't do that, they don't deserve a front row seat to your life. Has someone like this drained your joy? Comment number 4 below. And if you're new here, subscribe to Elder Health Essentials. We're about protecting your energy, not wasting it. Need the 5th type, e.g., the energy vampire? Or refine the tone? Let me know. 5. The passive-aggressive manipulator. Some people don't yell. They don't argue. They don't confront. Instead, they weaponize silence, sarcasm, and jokes that leave you questioning. Did they just insult me? Or am I overreacting? Meet Harold, 83. His neighbor Doug always smiles and waves, but when Harold asks for help moving a planter, Doug chuckles. Guess you're finally slowing down, huh? Or, I'd offer, but I've got 2 knees that still work. No outright refusal, just a sting disguised as humor. Harold walks away feeling small, but can't quite explain why. Passive-aggressive people are emotional ninjas. They forget to return calls, but post on social media. Cancel plans last minute with vague excuses, if you call them out. You're too sensitive. The damage? You start silencing your own needs to avoid their games. But here's the truth. A smile without sincerity is just a mask. And at this age, you've earned relationships where people mean what they say and say what they mean. Your power move? Stop deciphering their hints. Stop chasing their approval. When someone's kindness feels conditional or coated in venom, step back. Your peace is non-negotiable. Final thoughts. Your peace is priceless. Gentler, reflective tone. Now that you've met these 5 energy drainers, ask yourself, is any of them sitting too close in your life? Are you giving your time, patience, or love to people who only take, only criticize, only guilt you into staying small? The older you get, the clearer it becomes. Kindness isn't about tolerating toxicity. It's about compassion with boundaries, warmth with wisdom, knowing that walking away from a one-sided relationship isn't cruelty, it's self-respect. You've carried people. You've forgiven too much. You've stayed silent to keep the peace. But these years, they're about healing, growing, and surrounding yourself with people who truly see you. So if today's message resonated, don't let it fade. Comment number 5 below. We'd love to hear your story. And if you're ready to protect your peace, subscribe to Elder Health Essentials. Because your later years aren't about surviving. They're about thriving, free from the weight of those who never deserved you. Thank you for being here. Your journey inspires us. Now go reclaim your peace. You've earned it. ***.